Last night, Guelph knocks off the Falls 8-3. Kingston 8-5 winners over Ottawa. Kitchener 4, the Sioux 1. North Bay losing in London 8-4. Actually, that score is wrong in Guelph. That was 3-2 for Niagara Falls. We apologize for that. Certainly the Thunder want those 2 points because they are involved in that M's division race. They're tied now with Kitchener, although the Rangers have 2 games in hand, which makes the game in Belleville tonight very important. As you see, Chris Govidaris recently back from a 15-game suspension and picked up 2 goals here the other night to give him 40 on the year.
And when you're sitting out that many, he was Hartford's first pick. He was also the Marlies' first pick. Also a graduate of the Young Nats Midgets. We talk every time we're here about that Metro Toronto Midget League here produced a lot of players, don't they?
They sure do. The puck back into the Kingston zone. There's a hit by Govidaris, takes his man, and the bodies go flying. Then Mike Jackson moved in with a hit. And the puck bouncing around along the boards inside the Raider zone. There's another hit by Jackson, and it knocked the helmet off Brock Woods, and I think we might have a penalty coming up here. Boy, here we go. That's Jamie Vargo going at it with Jackson.
They didn't hesitate. They took exception to that high stick there and that charging.
This is going to be interesting to call because do you give Vargo an aggressor?
Well, that'll be interesting. You may give him 2 minutes just for the instigator and then 5. You know, Jimmy tries to keep the players in the league unless they are in the game, unless they take themselves out. I would think now that'll even it up. He'll get the extra 2 there.
Here's the play that really set the whole tempo.
He comes in and gets a shot right there, and then now he hasn't had enough. They're getting the puck out here. We see the puck last. Now we're gonna, they stay on the play, that looks like they're coming right out, and right there as he jumps at him for a charging call.
He could have given Jackson 4 minutes before the fight even started.
Yes.
Well, he's giving Jackson 2 for charging and 5 for fighting.
And Jimmy said, hey, they both wanted to get into it, so they just give them each 5.
Well, the alternative would have been to give Jackson 9 and the Kingston player 7.
Exactly.
14 and a half minutes to go in the period. They're sorting it out. It's 1-0 Kingston. We'll come right back. 14 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the first period. The Raiders will have a power play. Jackson gets 7 minutes and 5 minutes to Jamie Vargo. Now we got something else going on here. Barahowski getting into it with Nelson, I think.
Oh, there's some disagreements there, and they're both looking at each other. And they, you notice that one thing about Lever I've always said about the respect. We're going to get a look at it here. That now there's a little action right there as the play goes on, and then they throw the puck around.
So cross-checking to Barahowski. And roughing to Nelson.
Roughing and. You can always tell the respect that Jimmy Lever has. You know, he calls the penalty. Everybody goes to the penalty box. There's no discussion. It's, it's credit to the. He really does understand the flow of a game. I mean, it's fine. He'll call the penalties. Don't get me wrong, but he's so highly respected. I mean, they should be here watching him just for the clinics that he can run.
The Raiders will continue to work on the power play as the offsetting penalties go to Barahowski and Nelson. Here's a chance for the Raiders moving in front. Shot was deflected back behind the net. The Raiders working on the power play. Comes back on the left point to Waver. Waver holds on to it. Gets it over to Grattan. Grattan back to Waver. Waver moves in, takes the shot, scores! And it's 2-0 Kingston.
Wow.
Took them 24 seconds to capitalize as Waver gets his 25th of the year.
Now listen. This Waver can drill a puck, and we're going to see it. They set it up for him, as a matter of fact. He's got it right there, somebody on him now. He throws it over. As they retreat, now he's got some time. Get a look here with the player coming over. Look at the time he's got. Drills it in just a little bit off the ice. Those are the toughest to get. And before you say hello here, with 14:07 left, it's 2-0 the Raiders.
Well, you can be sure they're watching this game with great interest in Belleville.
and Kingston and everywhere. What are you talking about? The Ottawa and
Cornwall.
This is Toronto could move into a tie, and then
Oh, there's a solid hit behind the net by the Kingston Raiders. And back come the Marlies the other way on the right side, trying to get it inside over the line. The play is whistled down. Offside. And we'll have a face-off with 13:47 to go in the opening period. Here is Collinson about to get hit.
Collinson's coming around. He just releases the puck, and I'll tell you, Mark Major comes in. That's a shot, isn't it? But that Collinson's a tough kid. One of my favorite players. I'll tell you something, from the Mississauga Rep Midgets. This kid, I saw some of his paintings again today.
Great stuff.
Told him I'm never going to mention him again if we don't get some. He's a talented young man, and he comes to play all the time.
You must be impressed with pictures that aren't done in crayon, right?
Well, we had one there in crayon. That's the one I like.
Connect the dots. Puck goes back around the Toronto net. The Marlies can't get it out. Comes back on the point. Shayak, shot comes bouncing right back in front, and Davidson had it tipped away. And back the other way come the Marlies. Over the line was Winch. Winch can't get anywhere. Tipped on the right wing. Kept in by the Marlies. Davidson goes back in front. Winch's shot stopped by Wilson. And back the other way come the Raiders. Cleared by Bodnerchuk down to the Toronto line, and Collinson is there to pick it up. We played a second better than 7 minutes in this opening period, and the Raiders with a 2-0 lead. Here's Jason Winch. Takes a long shot. Big rebound stopped by Wilson. Mike Cavanaugh has it. The Marlies making complete changes. Cavanaugh gets it over to McKillop. Long shot goes wide of Schill. Back to pick it up. Armstrong wheels it around on the left side for Kovacs. Comes back on the point. There's a shot that was tipped by Doucette. Still bouncing around. Doucette centers it. Back around the net. Comes back on the left side. Weaver threw it back into the corner to McKillop. Tried to get it to Doucette. Doucette in front. Here's a chance. They scored at 3-0. 3-0 as Jeff Weaver has gone from his defensive position to score his second goal.
Moved right in there to an opening, and talk about getting in there early with only 12:22 left yet. Now see how they're staying on the puck. Weaver reads it, nobody there to take him out, and hey, he's got himself a pretty goal. Now that is a candidate for the Longine Whitmire play of the game, and Weaver gets his 26th of the year, the second of the game, and the Kingston Raiders have a 3-0 lead before there's any snow on the ice.
12 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first period. But you have to think,
what have we said before about the Marlies?
Not enough, maybe. Here's Weaver back in his own zone. He'll backhand it off the boards. Back the other way come the Raiders. It's Giesbrecht rolling it in wide of Schill. Back for it is Bill Armstrong. As we move in on the 8-minute mark of this opening period, the Raiders up 3-0. Bouncing puck. Weaver gathers it in and takes it back in his own zone. Being checked from behind. Weaver is knocked down. The puck's still loose. Cleared off the boards, but not out. Weaver back to cover up. Drills it around on the boards. Doucette can't get to it. Armstrong has to back up at center. Armstrong will bounce it right back into the Raider zone, and Weaver will just drive it around on the boards. It goes right onto a Toronto stick. Behind the net, the Marlies try to center it in front. Through the crease it goes. Comes back on the left point for Leask, who moves up. It's tipped in front again. The Raiders will break the other way with it. 2-on-2 at center. Here's Doucette. Long shot off Schill's blocker. Going after the rebound was Similaro. He was knocked down. And the Marlies come back the other way with it. On the left side, a pass for Michael Ryer too far. And Cavanaugh has it for the Raiders. At center. Down over the Toronto line. Tried to barrel around the defense. Didn't work. Sameta spun around on the corner for the Marlies. And the other way, a long pass. Down through the middle at center. Too far for Nelson. And here's Cavanaugh getting around a check. Cavanaugh takes a look. Flips it up down through the middle. Picked off by Collinson. Collinson chips it back the other way. And Shayak has it for the Raiders. Shayak comes down over the line. Trying to get around the defenseman. Gets around Circus. Shayak goes back behind the net. Now still has possession. He'll drop it back on the point. Barahowski fakes the shot. Now he'll take his shot. Was deflected just wide into the corner the other way. And Sameta will come up with it for the Marlies. Sameta looking for some skating room. Picks his way up across his own line. Intercepted and back the other way. Now another couple of pretty moves by Grattan. Winds up that shot off Collinson. over the glass. 10:14 to go in the period. 3-0 Kingston. And our OHL Game of the Week returns after this message.